Police state.
Weaponized sound or shoddy spying. Alleged cases of sonic attacks in China and Cuba have raised the question of how sound can be used as a weapon. U.S. diplomats in Guangzhou have been diagnosed with unexplained brain injuries following abnormal sensations of sound and pressure, prompting fears of a sonic weapon. Ultrasound is a possibility, but an unusual weapon choice. It loses power with distance more quickly than audible sounds and requires precise alignment with the subject. University of Maryland researchers theorize that the illness may have resulted from surveillance gear being positioned too closely together. Ultrasonic devices can interfere with each other in a phenomenon known as intermodulation distortion, producing audible sounds similar to what patients claim to hear. When placed at too close range or combined with other ultrasonic emitters, these devices can cause cavitation damage by causing bubbles to form in body fluids, tissues, or cells. It's hard to say for certain what exactly triggered the diplomats' mystery ailments, but more than one expert has chimed in to say bad engineering or a bad spy job is more plausible an explanation than a sonic attack. We're watching you. China planning on going full Big Brother in 2020. China is nothing if not innovative when it comes to finding ways to exert control over their people, and it looks like they're rolling out an entirely new way to spy on the public. Beijing plans to launch its social credit system nationwide by 2020 to rate the trustworthiness of 1.3 billion people by assigning each individual a score. The system will take things into account such as credit history, contract obligation fulfillment, personal characteristics, behavior and preferences, and interpersonal relationships to calculate a score. Once the system becomes mandatory, people with low scores could be punished with slower internet speeds, be denied access to certain restaurants, nightclubs, or golf courses, and restricted from traveling. Scores will also affect an individual's rental applications, ability to secure insurance or a loan, as well as social security benefits. Only one question remains: why aren't you in China right now?
Dragonflies can be used to spy on you. Scientists have created a technology that can turn flying insects into surveillance drones. The technology makes use of a tiny backpack equipped with solar power and navigation systems. The backpack is fitted onto a dragonfly and commands the insect with optogenetics, a biological technique that uses light to control the steering neurons inside the insect's nerve cord. Dragonflies can then be turned into tiny surveillance systems. The same setup can be applied to other insects of a similar size, such as honeybees. Other applications of this technology may include guided pollination, payload delivery, and precision medicine and diagnostics.
There's no escaping in China. Chinese authorities have begun donning high-tech glasses to spot suspects, the latest use of facial recognition technology in the increasingly all-seeing state. Police in GUANGZHOU can now verify people's identities within minutes using sunglasses with a camera attachment, which is connected to a database via a portable device. Officers who spot a suspicious person from as far as 5 meters away need only take a photo showing at least 70% of the face. The photo is run through the system, allowing officers to access information like names, ethnicity, gender, and address. It also details the hotel a person is staying at, recent internet history, and whether he is wanted for any crime. 7 suspects involved in a kidnapping and hit-and-run incidents have been arrested so far, with 26 others apprehended for using fake IDs. The use of facial scanners and other similar technology are widespread in China, where there are fewer privacy concerns. The government is in the process of amping up surveillance, starting with a database containing relevant information on its 1.3 billion citizens.
Social media monitoring program helps police track protesters. According to the American Civil Liberties Union, police have been using a social media monitoring program called GUANGZHOU to track protests and target minorities. The ACLU obtained emails between GUANGZHOU and law enforcement, which mention the Ferguson situation and how to stay ahead of rioters. GUANGZHOU is a social media monitoring program that utilizes APIs obtained from sites including Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Data obtained by GUANGZHOU come from user posts that are public and include their location. GUANGZHOU subscribers can search for social media posts by location, by inputting an address, or drawing parameters on a map. Subscribers can further narrow their search results by including key terms or phrases. Geopedia also is able to analyze the content data it receives, which makes it useful for clients like law enforcement. If a person attends a protest or rally and posts a public photo with the location tagged, this would be recorded in Geopedia's database. If the person were to write that they were photo-bombed at said rally, Geopedia would categorize the content as non-threatening. But if the person were to comment that they were going to set off a bomb, Geopedia would flag this as a threat. This makes the program useful to law enforcement, which can use it to predict potential threats. Since the ACLU's report was released, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have restricted Geopedia's access to data.
China is watching. The world's most populous country is building its surveillance network and could soon be keeping a close eye on each and every one of their 1.3 billion citizens. Roughly 176 million AI-equipped surveillance cameras are currently installed all over China, with the number set to increase to 626 million by 2020. Citizens' ID profiles, social media photos, and other personal details are being filed in a database and connected to security cameras nationwide. The advanced surveillance system uses facial recognition technology to instantly identify the name, gender, and age of any pedestrian and the type and color of any vehicle. The same technology is being used by commercial and private institutions for financial dealings, keyless entry, and even to thwart toilet paper theft. The system can also scan faces and compare them with the police database, allowing authorities to locate and apprehend criminals at large. The network claims to boost safety and security and reduce crime, but has ironically been dubbed Skynet. Terminator, anyone? That Skynet ended up trying to exterminate humanity, but the Chinese version will probably be worse.
Lawsuit says Facebook's been spying on users. A lawsuit filed in California claims Facebook hasn't been very friendly to its users. Former startup 643 claims that Facebook used its apps for mass surveillance on users by assembling data from their text and photos, listening to their microphones, and using Bluetooth to pinpoint locations, sometimes without consent. 643 had an app called Pinkini that let you scan their Facebook friends for bikini pics. Citing the lawsuit, The Guardian reports that Facebook could gather metadata from Android phone text messages. 643 claims the company could access nearly all photos on iPhones, as well as those not uploaded to Facebook. The lawsuit also alleges that Facebook also acquired some people's data without their consent. According to The Guardian, the company allegedly gathered information sent by users not on the platform to people with Facebook apps on their phone. Citing the lawsuit, the Huffington Post reports Facebook allegedly used information from Onavo, an app it owns, to observe what people use their phones for beyond Facebook. Facebook has rejected all the claims made by 643.